Stand by for action. Anything can happen in the next half hour.
Spitfire Juliet Victor departing Chipmunk in sight, takeoff at your discretion, surface wind 260 degrees, 15 max 20 knots.
Departing Chipmunk, Juliet Victor next.
Good evening and welcome along to Friday night show, and this week it's a Duxford special, and we got some fabulous warbirds coming your way, so hey, put your feet up, enjoy, we've got a very special show.
Fury Echo Lima, Duxford, good afternoon, pass message.
Just a radio check and put an order for fuel, please.
Strength 5 and the 1000's on the way.
Take it. Duxford information, Golf Delta India X-ray Yankee approaching from the east.
Golf Delta India X-ray Yankee, Duxford information, be aware, display in progress, keep outside of our ATZ please, QNH 1009.
1009, keep out of the ATZ. We should go to the north of the field.
Duxford, it's Spitfire Golf Alpha India Sierra Tango, ready for taxi. Spitfire Golf Alpha India Sierra Tango, Duxford information, good afternoon, reading strength 5. Taxi hold point Alpha, runway 24, QNH 1009, QFE 1005.
9,005 and Alpha 24, sure.
Duxford Juliet Alpha 24, power check complete, ready for start.
Duxford Juliet, roger, report lined up.
Report lined up, Duxford.
Sure, Tango, Roger. Spitfire Sierra Tango, land at your discretion. The surface wind 270 degrees, 19 knots.
Sierra Tango. Closer wings 8 downwind, visual with the spit.
Close wings 8, Roger, 1 ahead.
Roger. Going around.
Sierra Tango, Roger, report downwind.
I can plan away and operate to the north for a couple of minutes before I come back.
Roger, that's copied. Close wind 7, land discretion. Surface wind 260 degrees, 18 knots.
Sierra Tango, final for ground.
Spitfire Sierra Tango, Roger, land discretion. Surface wind 260 degrees, 16 max, 22 knots.
Sierra Tango.
Lined up on the runway with him in sight to fly through at your discretion. Surface wind 260 degrees, 15
Oh, the sound of the warbirds, Spitfires, and I tell you what, we've got lots more coming up for you on this Duxford special. So, hey, don't you dare go anywhere. Keep the messages coming. And definitely take part in the chat room, but I'm not going to be saying too much because, hey, the sound of these aircraft is something very special. Just like what we're going to look at right now, the wonderful Avro Lancaster of the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight.
He's currently sat in an hangar. They're repainting the new one, aren't they? Temporary markings on it. Yeah.
combat aspects, and the US Marines employed the aircraft very effectively as a fighter as they carried out their island-hopping campaign through the Pacific. It's a great fighter bomber as well as a pure fighter. The Corsair, the US Navy, Marine Corps, and the Royal New Zealand Air Force employed it to great effect in the Pacific in the course of supporting operational amphibious landings, including the crucial battles of Iwo Jima and Okinawa. The Corsair for strike missions, notably attacking the German battleship Tirpitz amongst the assets assigned to Operation Tungsten in 1944. In 1945, fleet air arm Corsairs flew from the carriers Victorious and Formidable to attack targets near Tokyo as World War II came to an end in the Pacific.
Shot in 1943 and 1944 at the Duxford Air Base, located 10 miles south of Cambridge, England. The 78 Fighter Group arrived in England in November of 1942 and began their first combat mission to Duxford on April 13, 1943. Moving the camera, this is a typical here's one of the French Marines that became the 78th commanding officer in May of 1944. Here I am.
Hi, it's Stu Bear from Airshow World, and I'm very proud to announce our sponsor, the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. And for viewers of Airshow World, you can get 15% off from the world's best tea and coffee company. Plus, you'll be helping Airshow World grow. Just use the code Airshow. That's the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. And thank you very much. And of course, thank you very, very much for everybody that keeps on buying the tea from the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. It makes a huge, big difference. Hey, I wouldn't be able to attend all of these air shows like we do, such as Duxford summer show coming up. But hey, we're going to keep the show rolling and going to be pretty quiet throughout most of these, because I just want you to hear the fantastic sound of these wonderful old warbirds. We just saw the Lancaster and the Corsair, and right now looking at this wonderful old seaplane, the Catalina. So hey, stay with us, stay with Stu Bear and Airshow World, and certainly enjoy the show. And keep on buying that tea.
Full display to show how
assists providing escort to Catalinas in various theatres. There is another link with fighters to do with the colour scheme on this aircraft, because it's marked up as a US Army Air Force OA-10A rescue Catalina, which was flown by the 5th Emergency Rescue Squadron from Aylesbury in Suffolk in early 1945. The aircraft was trying to pick up the crew of a downed US Army Air Force fighter and landed on the water in order to do so. The crew found that the starboard engine had failed. They taxied the OA-10A for 90 minutes to get away from the dangers of the Dutch coast. And at midday the following day, along came some Luftwaffe Messerschmitt Me-262 jet fighters and shot the aircraft up. The crew and those who had been rescued were forced to take to dinghies. And they were rescued 5 days later, and the loss of that Catalina is amongst the aircraft commemorated on the Counting the Cost exhibit, the glass sculpture along the entrance road to the American Air Museum. It features the silhouettes of all of the US Army Air Force and the US Navy aircraft that were lost in operations from Britain during the Second World War. And Catalinas such as this, as well as the Supermarine Thompson fly, quite like play as co-pilot is a very experienced Irish airline captain, former airshow organizer, former airshow commentator in Ireland, Angelo Cunningham. And he has a special message for Walter Cigaris. If Walter is listening, this is a message from his granddad. He says he hopes you're enjoying your first Duxford weekend, because it's Angelo's first ever display at Duxford as co-pilot on the Catalina. Thanks to him and Derek for a very nice display of the PBY-5A. But now to the Spitfires. As they begin their taxi, some of them haven't started up because the early alarms are shut down a little longer because of the risk of those aircraft radiators overheating if they're left running for too long. We see these aircraft here.
Yeah. I remember they were displaying it before they got it painted. It looked on. It took me quite a while to get over. No, I did air show it. Yep, I'm having them. Oh, okay.
Later when the aircraft went into combat, cannon jam.
Three on the grass. Yeah, three on the grass. By the US 8th Air Force, operating from Britain, was from Holbrook in Northamptonshire, my B-17Es of the 97th Bomb Group. They went to
hit the railway marshalling yards at Rouen in France on the 17th of August 1942, and they had an air escort from Spitfires. The main tactic of the 8th Air Force, daylight raids against German industrial facilities and transport and resupply networks. But initially there was no escort fighter able to escort the B-17s all the way to their targets deep in occupied Europe, nor indeed the B-24 Liberators.
Just for information, there is an emergency helicopter routing from Letchworth to Cambridge, should stay to the north of Duxford.
Sally Lee was built with smoke on the coming in for a very special orbit through the centre with no smoke.
Saw the mail special about
Ellie
the
Salick
first show after
B-17 preparation. To IWM Duxford's flying display director, Jan Fraser. This is Jan's last IWM Duxford show in that role. Ellie wanted to thank you to Jan for all her hard work.
first show after that, she did that
15 years,
mail
putting
to
on
Sam
splendid air shows
insensitive
such as
people
this.
thought the plane was going to crash.
Only the ignorant ones.
I did the tannoy had said.
Yes. It did. Yeah.
I was reading it, I was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. I like one, honestly. Nice. Very nice.
Say no more.
Shows the intelligence of the average mail reader, doesn't it?
Very nice.
Slightly below that of the Sun.
Yeah.
At least the Sun reads the name on page 3.
So there we have Sally Lee's salute to Jan Fraser. Battle damage. Final pass with smoke on once again, simulating the B-17 returning with 2 damaged engines, is as always dedicated to all the members of the Sally Lee Supporters Club.
Black leader is straight next.
Very famous individual Spitfires, the likes of the IWM Duxford Spitfire 1A, a rebuild of an aircraft that served with number 19 Squadron, that first ever RAF Spitfire unit based at Duxford. Aircraft during the efforts of France in early 1940.
That's probably Balbo,
Aircraft
Which
are
camera?
collections, combat veteran Mark 5B. 120. Aircraft like Comanche fighters Mark 5 we're talking about earlier in the Maltese operation colours.
Of course, the wonderful Sally B-17. And we'll be seeing more of that just a little bit later in the show. And hey, as always, great to have your company. But hey, we're keeping it really quiet once again because look at all of these Spitfires. So hey, turn the sound up and enjoy. Here we go. Hey, what's better than the sound of a Spitfire? Make that 14 Spitfires absolutely fabulous. And there's more great action
And your
still
parking
coming
will be
your
pretty much
way.
opposite the control tower, actually. Just report the grass runway vacated.
Sawfish downwind for the grass.
Sawfish, report finals.
Report final, Sawfish.
Apologies for the last call for the Seafury.
A firm, taxi onto the grass now, cross the grass runway, taxi behind the line of parked aeroplanes, and your parking position is pretty much opposite the control tower.
As you can see, a
Seafury, I'm coming online. I
very
just taxied down the taxiway and then
smoky
off onto the
Sea
grass.
Fury.
Yeah, that's fine.
Spitfire's rolling.
Barrow, just checking.
Skyra, this is Duxford, surface wind check 25014, recent max 18.
And all aboard.
Thank you.
And as you can see tonight, it is
Spitfire, 1 minute.
it's a
Left, 109 to go
Duxford
right.
special.
109, stay low.
Lots of warbirds, lots of Spitfires, and lots of fantastic sounds. Let's see a few more Spitfires. Here we go. Look at this, nice and low pass. Just listen to this.
The Spitfires are out.
So with Spitfires, Bouchons, or Messerschmitts.
Spitfires into pairs. Pairs go.
All these three aircraft took part in it. Messerschmitt 109 is a very small machine. Some people say that its cockpit looks like a coffin. It's very boxy, very narrow, and very mechanical and very German. But once in flight, the aircraft is supposed to be, well, not really a pussycat, but a very easy airplane.
Rolling out. Tail three. Go. Move.
So it's a very small aircraft. You can look at the fuselage. It's quite slim.
He has gear down.
Yeah, Roger. Copy that. Be going out to the door.
Roger. Barrow, there's a switch to display frequency. Go.
Horseman, Roger, surface wind check 25013, recent max 20.
There's 5 seconds to take off in a 1 second sprint. Barrow is rolling. Fire's running in 1 minute.
Remains the same, and what's extraordinary with the Spitfire is that this is
Griffith, Spitz, you have the Spitfire low. Carl, do you have the Mark 1?
close to perfection. It's not a difficult aircraft to fly, it's a friendly machine.
360 left, Merlin. 360 left. left for Merlin's.
B-17 Duxford, at the moment we're on time.
High Raiders on display.
Now from the left we have mighty Sky Raiders.
Bearcat, come left to left, continue climbing.
Braking, go.
Corsair coming into your 9 o'clock, same height. Now slightly below.
Okay, green vehicle on yours.
North edge start up, get angle.
240 degrees 9. Hey, Sky Raiders, be aware the Spitfires are still landing on final.
Free.
Corsair, can we run into that 3,500?
Say again?
Can we go to 3,500?
Join me, Eastern End. High Raiders, apologies, that was the last pass. Running in now to brake for landing. High Raiders, braking, go.
Mustang, surface wind check 240, 10 knots. Corsair Bearcat, 30 seconds.
The leader, finals grass, see you then.
Surface wind 240 degrees 9. Sky Raider 1, keep rolling to the end.
Got it. Sky Raiders 2, grand frequency. Loud and clear. Sky Raiders functioning in.
Raiders Duxford, you'll have to taxi behind the flight line. The hard taxiway is blocked.
Copy, Sky Raiders.
Keep it tight, please.
Okay. Duxford from Mustang, isn't that going to be blocked for a while?
I would imagine 5 minutes. Sally B's not started yet, she's on the taxiway. And Sky Raiders, after the Yonkers 52, there's a gap which will get you back onto the hard taxiway.
We're better off staying here, aren't we? We're right in tight.
Sky Raiders, roger.
Corsair, you can just move further to the south, please, next time round.
Corsair commencing last pass.
Okay, Mustang lining up on the ground.
Bearcat is clear now on the downwind road.
Bearcat from Mustang, can you just give us a little bit of space?
Okay, Bearcat, Mustang, Corsair, we'll do a wide circuit, please.
B-17, let me know when you've finished with power checks.
B-17, hold on.
The Dragons are manoeuvring behind you onto the grass.
B-17, over. Are you all aboard? Aboard, number 4. Thank you. Mustang running in. Mustang 4-step running in. Last pass for Mustang. Next to last pass for Mustang. B-17 lining up hard. Taxi to park.
Aircraft with a high performance wing, a transonic wing, and
Sally B, and repeat, the Mustangs will be doing one more pass over you for you to go.
people over the years have drawn comparisons between the Spitfire and the Mustang. It's not really fair.
B-17 rolling in 5 seconds.
Bombers down and
Mustangs 2 and 3 are breaking out. Mustangs 1 and 2. Mustangs 1 and 2 are breaking out. Rob, Mustang 1 will be going on the right. Okay, number 2 is left, correct? 8 up.
Thank you. Visual with the 17 coming the other way. Mustangs on final. I see the B-17, it's not a problem.
Mustangs 1 and 2 turning finals behind the B-17 for the hard.
Surface wind 230 degrees 12.
3 off the runway.
in each one of those you have 10 kids.
Mustang to 132 open. B-17 commencing last pass. B-17 last pass. 3 check. 2. Stand and clear. Mustangs on frequency, taxiing back. Downwind for the hard.
Around the world are very fond. A reverence to Geoffrey de Havilland, his sons, the de Havilland Company. This is a trio of records. We have a
Memorial 1, the Dragons are currently displaying. You're welcome to come in close, maximum 2 miles. The flight is hard.
Dragon 2 and 3 downwind.
To go to display.
Dragon 2 downwind to land. Final go.
Surface wind 240 degrees 11.
Dragon 3 downwind land.
One Dragon on final and the other one's downwind at the moment. I'll call you. Memorial 1, anticipate running in 1 minute.
Memorial 1. Memorial 1 minute,
Memorial 1 over. Dragon on the ground.
display Memorial.
There we go, second chance to see the B-17, and hey, we've got around about 8 minutes of the show left, and I certainly hope you're enjoying this wonderful sight and sounds. And look at this, absolutely beautiful lightning.
Fury, just ground idle please around the corner because of the two biplanes behind you.
Info, Sawfish. Can I go behind the Rapides to get into my slot?
Stand by please. The grass, so just hold for 30 seconds or so.
Well, a slightly different show to normal tonight. It's another one of our specials, and this week it's been totally dedicated to Duxford. So I hope you're enjoying this, and sorry I have not done the usual sort of chat and what have you, but the whole point is so that you can hear the fantastic sounds. That's why I'm going to go nice and quiet. Because you can't talk over the sound of these wonderful, wonderful aircraft. But as usual, all of these are recorded with the two separate mics. That's why you should be getting this beautiful stereo sound. So enjoy this, and as I say, we've got around about another 4 or 5 minutes left of the show. And thank you everybody for joining us and supporting Air Show World. Much appreciated.
He had dinner, he had drinks. Some say maybe he had too many drinks, but they all had too many drinks at the time. And before sunrise, he strapped himself down into the cockpit of a P-38 like this one, a silver one, and he took off at first light. His call sign was Colgate. They had this kind of humor in choosing their call signs. So he left Corsica, climbed up,
thanks for an excellent display. Thanks for your cooperation, and to ground.
Sorry for having been
And that was filmed back in 2012 at the Duxford Flying Legends. And what a legend that particular aircraft is. The wonderful sight and sounds of that lightning. Right, coming up for you right now, we've got a couple of Dakotas.
aircraft who are still flying militarily. I think South Africa still has some. Yeah. But it was just one of those aeroplanes that looks right, it is right, it's engineered, it has no fatigue on it, it is built so strongly. The American FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration, did an audit on the DC-3s, saying DC-3 load on it, they put a 10-ton Avro York load on it, and the thing still managed to fly, still managed to produce. It was one of the it was one of the aircraft that won the war. Isn't that beautiful?
Please, just an observation from the FCC committee. Please, can you not be as low next time?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, final pass.
Here you are, Wicklow, with some 29 inches.
Well, that's just about it for our 60-minute Friday night show. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us, as always. Hi, it's Stu Bear from Airshow World, and I'm very proud to announce our sponsor, the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. And for viewers of Airshow World, you can get 15% off from the world's best tea and coffee company. Plus, you'll be helping Airshow World grow. Just use the code Airshow. That's the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. And as you saw it, Airshow World brought to you, together with the help of the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. Hey, until next Friday night, you have yourself a great time, and we will see you for the 60-minute show again next Friday night from Stu Bear at Airshow World. Have yourself a great weekend, and thank you.